Welcome back to the XTS Custom Shop here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm here with Eric. Say hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
And we're going to walk you through this board. This board, a plethora of difficult, nay, impossible things to get.
There's a fair amount of money on this board. Or there's products that represent a significant amount of.
I mean, all of these could have been like, you could have bought that one for $30 at some point.
You could have bought all these for.
You could have bought this for $250 at some point. Greg did. Greg bought his at those prices.
Yeah, I remember talking to a buddy, Matt Hoops, way back in the day, and he said, "I'm thinking about getting one of these Clons. You ever heard of these things?" And I said, "I never heard of these." He said, "Yeah, you have to call the guy and talk to him, and then he decides if he'll send you one."
Oh.
And he said, "I'm not sure if I want to do it or not."
Yeah. Well, it's a shame that didn't work out for him.
He may have. I don't even remember.
So walk us through this. You're playing another Tone Lounge guitar and a pretty sort of sage green.
They're pretty cool. This one's got a bar on it too, which, y'all, I love a good bar these days.
What do you do with the bar, Eric?
Well, I don't go to them anymore, so I need to have them on my guitar these days.
Well, cool. Let's walk through the board.
Yeah. So it comes into a little interface box we made here. We also made the board.
We did.
Everything is on top of.
Yes.
And it's
I won't argue.
Some dimension. I don't remember what it is. But a little interface here, simple in out. There is not a buffer in it, but there's a DC through here, so you can power whatever you want out here.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes in right to the best fuzz.
Super fuzz.
It's not a regular fuzz.
It's a pretty darn clear.
They're so Velcro-y. They're so Velcro-y. They're trashy and they're awesome.
All right, so Super Fuzz.
Super Fuzz. Then little Peterson here for that good buffer that we like to have in there. Because if you put a buffer in front of these, they're not.
It's not
super
as
anymore.
good.
It's less super.
Yeah.
We want to maximize the super light qualities that you'll get out of this.
Agreed.
Tuner, compressor here.
2 compressors.
You can
Don't
really
cheat the
hear
folks.
the compression. Can you? Because the phone's going to compress a little bit too.
I
think you can.
Yeah, I think you can hear that. You sounded like
pretty compressy.
What's the name of the Community character who always said pop pop?
Oh,
Magnum?
Magnitude. Yep.
That's who you reminded me of right there.
It's popping. Good times. The compressors aren't just for that. You can also. I guess you could do that with that one. But if you, like me, when you're recording parts, a long time ago, the handful of sessions I've played on, it was just real simple stuff like this kind of thing. And it's deceptively hard because unless you practice that a lot, they're all a little bit different. And if you want them to all be the same, you get you a compressor, and then they're all the same. And at the time, I remember thinking, I wish I had a compressor.
Now you do.
Yeah. What's next? Probably a Clon pedal. And it's one of the inferior silver ones. Sorry, everybody. I kid it. They sound all the same, I think. But they're pretty cool pedals.
All right, so what's next?
Next is Rat pedal.
This is a good sounding one.
You know,
the crustier the outsides, the crunchier the insides, I find.
Believe it or not. and they kind of ebb and flow in their popularity, but they always come back.
They always come back. They're always there.
And
like real rats. We try to drive them out from society, and then they find their way back in.
What did that guy with the whistle get rid of? Snakes or rats?
The Pied Piper?
It was rats. No,
lemmings.
Lemmings?
Which I think are rodents.
Speaking of lemmings,
comment below.
Let's get on the ODR.
Beautiful segue.
But with good reason.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like all those 2 billion people on the planet who have rice as a staple of their diet are lemmings.
Yeah. Just a classic pedal.
Dig.
Then, volume pedal.
A wee volume pedal.
It's not very big, but it's pretty good size. And once you get used to them, they're pretty good. And try to keep this as high as I could. So, because it's pretty hard to work here, at least with me, because my heel will hit the ground if I go all the way.
We've had some guys adjust where they work further back, but I think most people, they're used to having the arch of their foot over the pivot.
Yeah. You're used to having it more out, but there's still quite a bit of room here before you're going to really hit anything.
All right.
Classic volume pedal. Memory Man here.
They do sound real good.
They're pretty good. They're good. Memory Man's not next. The chorus is next.
I was afraid to say something. I didn't want you to hit me again.
I would not want to do that. But who doesn't love that chorus pedal? There's probably some people.
So what do we always say? First chorus is best
First
chorus.
chorus is best chorus. Let's see if I can do this here.
Do it. Do it.
Thank you, Compressor pedal.
It makes dreams come true.
That's the best chord in music right there. Pretty strong board here.
Yeah, so for power,
There is a Fender
engine room.
level 8 on here, powering everybody. And you might say, hey, how are you guys powering this chorus pedal? Because it's got this AC cable right
It does.
here.
Tell them.
Made a little box. It's got a plug right here for the chorus pedal. It's got a little pigtail here for the engine room.
Uh-huh.
One plug up here.
One plug.
Juice everybody.
That's what we want.
You might say, but guys, the Memory Mans, they run it at 24 volts. We don't have that option here. It's a secret. I'll never tell.
Tell them.
True Tone, it's underneath here.
Yeah.
They make a voltage doubler, and
So
you
it's
can run
running
this
off of 12, doubled to
24, which this likes.
circle
And
gets
these
a
don't really
square.
pull very much voltage, so that's
Current.
adequate there. They pull the voltage they pull. They don't pull much current. Thank you, Barry. And that's it. Strong board.
Super strong.
Back out over
Uber
here.
strong.
The only downside, you got a lot of pedals without a light on them.
That's true.
You could plug this thing in, and this could be the thing you're dealing with right now. That's pretty cool. That'd be a fun thing to deal with, actually.
I think you probably pegged the preamp.
That's fair.
That's fine. I was thinking the downside is you're almost certainly going to have to call your insurance agent and get a rider, because if this goes up in the fire, they're going to say, you had what in the house? How much was it worth? You should have called us.
Yeah, do a little math on some of these things, but they're just such good pedals.
They are. And they're not like fluff expensive, right? Like they're not hype pedals.
No, they're
They're
genuinely
just good pedals
good
with
sounding
hype.
pedals. Yeah, these sound awesome.
Yeah, and you don't see a ton of them.
These do sound awesome. Whether you think it's worth the premium is entirely up to you.
Mm-hmm.
These do sound awesome. Whether you, again, think the old ones are better than the current ones,
Mm-hmm.
again, up to you. Many people think they're better. Hard to argue that these old ones are not a little bit better than the new ones. First chorus, obviously, best chorus.
Yeah, there's
And guys, I don't like these.
I think they're clear.
Only because they're such troublemakers. And they're kind of noisy.
Can you keep your voice down? It might hear you.
Memory Man, I'm sorry.
Mr. Memory.
But yeah, they're just fantastic.
Yeah, this is just a great setup.
A good time will be had.
Very, very good.
It even sounds awesome through a Lab Series L3, y'all. What would it sound like through a real amp?
Through a real, don't let Greg hear you say that. All right, guys. You need something like this or something completely different? Give us a call. We'll talk to you then. Later.